The African savanna stretches out, a vast and golden sea under the immense blue sky. The sun is high, casting a harsh and brilliant light over the landscape. In the shimmering heat, life continues its ancient rhythm of survival. A lone male lion, his magnificent mane a dark frame around a scarred face, lies low in the tall, dry grass. He is almost invisible, a muscular shadow blending perfectly with the earth tones of his surroundings. His amber eyes are fixed, focused with an intensity that speaks of hunger and of the hunt that is to come. He has been patient for hours, waiting for the perfect moment. Not far from the lion's hiding place, a tower of life moves with a slow and graceful elegance. A bull giraffe, a true giant of this land, is browsing on the high branches of an acacia tree. His long, powerful neck allows him to reach the tender leaves that other herbivores can only dream of. His coat, a beautiful mosaic of brown patches on a creamy background, provides surprisingly effective camouflage among the dappled light of the trees. He appears calm and untroubled, but his large dark eyes are never still. His ears swivel constantly, catching every faint sound that travels on the wind. The giraffe is an animal built for awareness. Its incredible height is not just for reaching food, it is a watchtower. From this vantage point, nearly 6 meters above the ground, it can see for enormous distances across the open plains. This gives it a significant advantage, allowing it to spot predators like the lion long before they can get close. Every slow, deliberate step it takes is careful. Every so often it will pause its meal, lift its head, and perform a slow 360-degree scan of the horizon. It is a creature that understands the constant presence of danger in this beautiful but unforgiving world. The lion observes all of this with the calculated patience of an apex predator. He knows the giraffe's strengths. He has seen its powerful legs and has heard stories of their bone-shattering kicks. A direct, reckless charge would be foolish and could easily end in his own death. He must rely on strategy, on the element of surprise, and on exploiting a single moment of inattention. The wind is in his favor, carrying his scent away from his intended prey. The sun is beginning to dip lower, and the lengthening shadows will soon offer him more cover for his approach. The lion remains motionless, a statue of coiled power as the afternoon wears on. His entire being is focused on the task ahead. He's not merely waiting, he is calculating. He watches the giraffe's every movement, learning its rhythm and its habits. He notes the direction it is moving, the way it favors certain trees, and the brief moments when its attention is most deeply engaged with its feeding. This is a mental game, a strategic assessment of risk and opportunity. A failed hunt means wasted energy, a precious commodity that can be the difference between life and death on the savannah. He cannot afford to make a mistake. The giraffe continues its meal, seemingly unaware of the lethal gaze fixed upon it. It strips leaves from a thorny branch, its long, prehensile tongue working with delicate precision. But its calmness is a facade, a necessary state of being for an animal that lives under constant threat. Its senses are on high alert. The twitch of a distant antelope's ear, the sudden flight of a flock of birds, nothing goes unnoticed. This constant vigilance is its primary shield. To survive here, one must be perpetually aware, reading the subtle language of the plains where every sign can signal impending danger. As the sun sinks lower, casting long purple shadows across the land, the lion sees his opportunity developing. The giraffe has moved slightly, positioning itself in a way that puts a dense thicket of bushes between it and the lion's hiding spot. This is the cover the hunter needs. He begins to move not with a run but with a slow, deliberate crawl. He keeps his body flat against the ground, his belly almost scraping the dust. Each paw is placed with infinite care to avoid snapping a twig or rustling the dry leaves. It is a painstakingly slow advance. The hunter's progress is measured in inches, not feet. He uses every dip in the terrain, every clump of grass, every shadow as part of his strategy. His muscles are tense, ready to explode into action at a moment's notice, yet his movements are fluid and silent. He is a ghost in the grass, a creeping embodiment of predatory focus. The distance between them is closing, but the most dangerous part of the hunt is still to come. He must get much closer before he can launch his attack, and the giraffe's senses are a formidable defense that he must somehow overcome. The final moments of the approach are the most critical. The lion has now closed the distance to within 100 meters, a remarkable feat of stealth. He freezes behind a large termite mound, his breathing shallow and controlled. The giraffe lifts its head, its ears swiveling like radar dishes. It senses something, a subtle shift in the atmosphere, a feeling of being watched. For a long, tense moment, it stares directly towards the lion's hiding place. The lion does not move a muscle, does not even blink. He becomes part of the landscape, a silent, patient predator waiting for the spell of unease to pass. Satisfied, or perhaps distracted, the giraffe lowers its head to take another mouthful of leaves. This is the trigger. In that split second of inattention, the lion makes his move. He explodes from his cover, a blur of tawny muscle and raw power. The ground trembles as his powerful legs propel him forward at an incredible speed. The element of surprise is total and devastating. The quiet peace of the evening is shattered by the sudden, violent eruption of the hunt. The time for stealth is over. Now, it is a test of speed, strength, and stamina. The giraffe reacts with astonishing speed for such a large animal. It lets out a startled snort and spins around, its long legs immediately churning. Its gait is awkward but immensely effective, covering huge amounts of ground with each stride. The chase is on. It is a dramatic spectacle of predator and prey, a life-and-death race across the open plain. The lion, built for short, explosive bursts of speed, pushes himself to the limit, his eyes locked on the hind legs of the giant fleeing before him. He must close the gap quickly before his own stamina begins to fade. The giraffe is not just running, it is running for its life. It uses its immense weight and momentum to its advantage, trying to maintain its distance from the pursuing lion. The lion, however, is relentless. He gains ground with every powerful bound, his claws extended, ready to find a purchase. The goal is not to kill the giraffe with a single bite to the neck, as he would with smaller prey. The strategy is different for an animal of this size. He must get onto its back to use his own weight to unbalance and bring down the towering giant. The chase cannot last forever. The lion, with a final desperate surge of energy, closes the remaining distance. He leaps into the air. It is an act of incredible power and bravery. He lands hard on the giraffe's hindquarters, his sharp claws digging deep into the thick hide for a secure grip. The giraffe stumbles under the sudden impact of the lion's weight, its rhythmic stride broken. It lets out a sound of panic and pain, a deep bellow that echoes across the silent savannah. The battle has now become a close-quarters struggle for survival. The giraffe fights back with ferocious determination. It bucks and kicks violently, trying to dislodge the predator clinging to its back. Its powerful legs are lethal weapons, and a single well-aimed kick could easily crush the lion's skull. The lion holds on with all his might, his jaws seeking a hold on the giraffe's spine. He uses his own body as an anchor, a dead weight designed to slow the giraffe down and gradually wear it out. The dust flies as the two animals struggle, a chaotic dance of life and death under the fading light. Slowly, inevitably, the giraffe's immense strength begins to fail. The lion's weight and relentless grip are too much. The giant's long legs buckle and it crashes to the ground with a heavy earth-shaking thud. The fall is clumsy and catastrophic. The hunt is over. The lion, exhausted but victorious, quickly repositions himself to deliver a final suffocating bite to the giraffe's throat. It is the grim conclusion to a timeless drama that plays out daily in these wild lands. A life has been taken so that another might live. As darkness settles over the plain, the lion begins his feast. The sounds of his meal are the only ones that break the profound silence of the African night. Soon, the scent of the kill will travel on the breeze, attracting other scavengers like hyenas and jackals who will wait their turn. Nothing will be wasted. This is the harsh, unsentimental, and yet perfectly balanced law of the savannah. The energy of the fallen giant will sustain the king of beasts, ensuring the cycle of life continues as it has for millennia.